Now this is rush hour, believe it or not, in King's Cross, near the centre of London, just down the road from the Guardian offices. The streets are getting more and more deserted with every passing day as Londoners are told to stay home wherever possible. Now, coronavirus is the biggest global crisis since World War II. Every day we hear something new, schools or places of worship being closed, with more to come. Now this is a rapidly changing news cycle with new government proposals each day, new restrictions or new benefits being floated for workers. We'll see what they are in practice. But we spent the last week with precarious workers to hear their experiences, their concerns, their worries as this crisis only escalates. Uber drivers are probably one of the most striking examples of workers who are precarious, who lack rights, who are on the front line. They're exposed to people, obviously, on a daily basis. So I want to talk to one here about his fears about what this outbreak will mean for him.
Do you want traditional tea or do you want...
Yeah, just normal tea. Have you had passengers coming in coughing and made you nervous?
Last week I did.
Oh, really?
And I put the window down. She was sitting at the back. And at one point she said, can you put the window up? And I'm thinking, but you're coughing all over the place and I don't want to be rude. And if I say to you, no, because of this, then a different argument would erupt and she would complain to Uber.
You've got kids?
I've got children, yeah. I've 3 plus 1. 1 passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So that's why, I don't know whether to say 3 or 4. So 3
okay.
plus 1.
Oh, really? So was that a long time ago? Or?
No, February last year. He had leukemia.
I'm so sorry.
He was actually immune compromised. We would have been actually very, very worried. Probably I would have been off work completely because I would have been scared actually to go and get it and just bring it to him at home. Thank you. Do I need to sign anything?
No, nothing, mate. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Good, mate. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So you've ordered a mask?
Yeah, I've ordered a mask on eBay.
That's a mask for the kids?
That's the mask for my children, so in case if they need it, they've got it.
If you're ill for 2 weeks, what would Uber do?
It's not a clear guideline on are they going to be basically paying the drivers from day one, or they're going to be using the accident insurance which they normally use, and you're not going to get paid for the first week. And what happens if your illness lasts longer than that?
What are the key things you would like Uber to do?
Give us the tools actually to clean our cars. Things haven't been communicated proper, and whatever communication is out there is only for PR purposes.
If you came down with mild symptoms, would you be tempted to keep driving?
Can I afford not to drive? No, I can't. I have to be out there driving. With the experience I went through with my son who had cancer, so now thinking like if I infect someone, maybe I'm going, they're going to infect someone and that person could also die, and that would be because of me. You're paranoid. You're confused. You don't know what to do.
Hello?
Oh, hello Lex, it's Owen Jones from the Guardian newspaper here. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
I was going to come over to you so we can interview you about the impact of the coronavirus crisis on your job.
All right, great. See you soon.
How you doing? Shall we
Not
elbow?
bad.
Let's do it.
I'm here now in Stirling Road Zone, and this zone is dedicated for Ocado Zoom deliveries.
Got you.
So,
Should we perch? What rights do you have and how does it compare to an Ocado.com driver?
so Ocado.com, they're actually employed by Ocado, so they have all of their rights. Stuart want to treat us like workers, but don't give us the rights that we're entitled to. Because we're not getting holiday pay, we're not getting sick pay, and then we've got to cover all the expenses of our vehicle.
The last few weeks must have been pretty crazy for you.
It's been really, really busy. It's like each day it gets busier and busier. Apparently yesterday we was delivering up until midnight.
So you're just non-stop zipping about?
Non-stop. As soon as you close one order off, there's another one coming straight in.
So it's never been this busy?
No, not even at Christmas.
They tell you to keep your car clean and sanitise it, don't they?
They haven't given us anything, and there's nowhere for us to get anything from because everything's sold out. So, keep your car clean, sanitise, wipe down your bags with disinfectants every time you've done a delivery. Yeah, okay, with what?
How do you feel about that, being nagged to do
I
something?
think it's ridiculous, and I think it's very rude.
It is rude.
It's rude because everyone knows that these things are unavailable. Why are you telling us to do something that we can't? We are doing what we can, and you're a big organisation. Why don't you get these things for us? Because if we as normal people can't, you must have some kind of clout. So why don't you do it if it's that easy?
Have you picked up any other stories of riders in general going to places where people in self-isolation with coronavirus?
I went to an address yesterday and the woman had on gloves, and then she had on gloves on top of the gloves, and I was like, okay. So,
Pretty hardcore.
I think everyone's just concerned about the pay and concerned about going to people who are self-isolating. Those are the two main concerns. If I get sick, what's going to happen? They sent a message out, I think it was on Thursday evening, basically just saying we are entitled to claim statutory sick behaviour. What is it, like £94 a week? So how on earth do they expect you to survive on that money on a week?
What would you do? If you suddenly came down ill, what would you do?
If I could still work, I'd work. I can't lie to you, because if there's nothing, I'm still going to have to pay my rent, I still have to pay my bills, there's still a whole load of things to pay for, so...
And you're now literally thinking to yourself, am I going to survive?
Yeah. Am I going to survive in the sense that, am I going to catch corona and be ill, or am I going to survive that they're going to shut everything down and I'm not going to be able to work?
Now, a lot of middle-class professionals, like undoubtedly civil servants here at the Ministry of Justice, can work at home, but these buildings won't be cleaned remotely. Low-paid cleaners on the front line, helping to sanitise and protect people's health, are still at work. And I'm going to talk to one of those cleaners here. How are you?
Yes, thank you.
How's your day?
Yeah, it's okay.
Can you tell me firstly how work's changed since the coronavirus crisis began?
Não mudou nada, estamos na mesma. E não mudou nada, está na mesma. Não deram nada para... Só explicaram, deram uns papéis ali para a gente... Estão a falar para a gente proteger as mãos, lavar as mãos. O único papel que eles deram é isso.
If you became ill, might you think to yourself, I need to keep working? Might you go into work even if you're ill? Because you've got all these outgoings. You can't afford to live properly on statutory sick pay.
Eu vou, se eu estiver doente, eu vou trabalhar. Se não fosse os vírus, se eu tivesse vírus, eu ficar em casa, não vou receber. Portanto, não vou comer. Mas se não é causa dos vírus, uma doença que transmite, eu tenho que vir trabalhar. Eu sou obrigado a vir trabalhar porque eu tenho que comer. Tenho que dar a algumas pessoas para comer.
Workers like yourself being forced into this impossible situation will mean that the virus will keep spreading.
Vai espalhar por todo lado. O Ministério não informou nada, não deu luva, não deu proteção, não explicou nada. O desinfetante está só aqui na entrada do Ministério, só para enganar as pessoas que chegam lá. É ali que tem um desinfetante para desinfetar as mãos. O resto você é que sabe.
Normally it's not for my passengers, but you can have it if you want.
So is this your normal Friday routine? Do you always go to this mosque to worship, or does it depend where you are?
It depends where I am, but majority of the time I prefer to be here because these are my local mosque and I know the people who would be praying around these mosques.
I had a kidney transplant, so I have to be very, very careful, and I've been to hospital yesterday. And
Have they given you advice?
they told me that basic things, keep your wash and avoid public transport and everything. That's what I usually do. Well, I can't simply stop kissing or hugging my kids.
Yeah, of course.
They are the one being from school.
Now, with coronavirus, take precautions. Don't put yourself in danger and save yourself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from every...
What do you do?
Uber, I drive Uber.
Are you worried about how you're going to pay bills? And
Yeah, first thing, beginning of the Monday, already I'm 200 to 300 minus.
Wow.
Because I've hired the car. Insurance on top. So I have to put a lot of hours. Sometimes I make 40 hours, 40, 45 to 50 hours. Still you don't make your money.
do you think you'll be here next week, next Friday?
Well, if he's still alive, of course, why not?
So you're going to carry on coming here, whatever happens.
We have to follow the guideline of the government.
There is no such thing called guarantee because you don't know whether you'll be there
Yeah.
next week or not.